Hey everybody, I'm back. Day 7. I got some new exhaust parts. The muffler, the tailpipe, the mid-pipe, the rear main secondary catalytic converter. I picked up some stainless steel bolts. These are M10 by 150 by 30. I also got the stainless steel nuts, the stainless steel lock washers, the stainless steel mid washers. I also picked up some M8s. Whoops. Why? Because I have a feeling I'm going to need them. These are M8 125 stainless /30s, but the car on the Cat, which is this thing, which I'll show you in a minute. Oh, let's supposed to zoom. Oh, what the hell is this doing? Let's record. Anyway, let's get into it. Alright. These are M8 125 25s, right? I bought some 20s, too short. 25s are perfect. These aren't stainless. I can't find M8 125 25mm in stainless, which are the exhaust manifold to catalytic converter bolts. Now, remember when I was talking like, hey, this is going to be a piece of cake. It's been a nightmare. Why? Because of this bad boy right here. This is the catalytic converter. You'll notice, last time we saw this thing, it looked like this. My broken stud. This is the catalytic converter that's been giving me the problem, the P0420. Why? Because the oxygen sensor pre-converter's up here, right, on your exhaust manifold. I'll show you that in a second. Goes through this converter, the tube, which is this tube over here, which you'll see I bought another one, but there's an issue with that sucker. So your oxygen sensor goes here. This is the factory pipe. The one I had to grind the heads off to get the catalytic converter out. If you can use this pipe again, it's high nickel content. Even though it's rusty, it's not rusting through. Use it again, which I may. I spent $60 on this wonderful aluminized pipe, which looks pretty similar. And all the bends are the same except, oh, wait a minute. It's a little too long. And this piece of pipe here, this one's tapered with a little gasket on it. This one is ghetto-fied, just welded a flange on. I don't know if this is a little removable piece. I'm not even going to try to take it off because I'm probably just going to reuse this pipe. It's worked for 14 years. It'll probably work for 14 more. I had a little rusted bolt. I had to grind the head off and it just popped right out. The rest of it looks okay. You know, it's a little crusty. I'll clean it up. The flange is a little thicker on this one, which I do like, but I don't know. I'll try this one and see if it fits with the rest of the kit, but it probably... Here's your exhaust manifold. Alright? This thing is a cover, which you all probably have seen on your vehicle. I don't want to damage an AC hose, like something like this, right? Get in there, little turd. Alright. Sits in there like this. It's got some studs here, 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 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5, 6. They're 10mm little tiny bolts. I mean, they're the cheapest tinfoil crap there are. There's a couple cap nuts for your O2 sensor thing that goes right here on this stud, which is part of the heat shield. So I had to remove this off, and as you can tell, I just said heck with it and ground one of the heads off. I got most of them out. I soaked them with penetrating oil and got them out. Now, let's get this turd back out. Alright, then I could see this. Whoops. Here's where those M8 125 25mm go. There's 5 of them, and yes, I broke another stud on the back side. Why? Because I could soak these with penetrating oil. And they came out slowly, but they came out. I had to tighten them up, loosen them, tighten them, loosen them, tighten them, loosen them, just to get some good cleaning of the threads. They're all good. I got 4 of them good. I don't care about that last one. Heck with it, man. 4 out of 5 ain't bad. That's why I wanted a good seal with that pipe. So I don't know if that's going to be an issue or not. But anyway, that catalytic converter hangs underneath of here and gives you where your front pipe connects that goes to your secondary cat with the secondary O2 sensor in. This will be your OS21V1. This will be your OS21V2, I guess it is, on the scanner. I forget. But anyway, upstream, downstream. This is, I guess you would call it pre-converter, post-converter. I don't know. So I changed this O2 sensor already. I already took it in the garage. But I was like, okay, I'll get this stud out. I'll take the manifold off. See how deeper I'm getting with this nightmare? I already snapped off a stud here. I got this one and this one and this one. This one's snapped too. So I got 2 to put a heat shield back on with. I might just buy a new heat shield. I don't know. I was just going to get a new manifold too. But then I said, oh, butts, what is this thing? It's some pipe. I guess it goes to the EGR valve. I can't really see where it goes on the other side because I don't feel like taking off all that air cleaner junk and leaning over, and I'm just sick of it. So right now I'm about, I don't know, I'd say 4 hours in total time, maybe 5 hours total time in with getting the exhaust off, fighting with pipes, getting mad and grinding stuff and trying to salvage old pipes. Is that converter, and watch, it is so, well, it's a little cleaner now because I shot some water on it. This thing was so crusty. It's got burn spots. I don't know if you can even see it. There's like solid flakes halfway throughout. It's like solid all the way around here. Only this section was getting flow. I held this sucker up to the sun, and you can't really even see. I mean, the mesh is, here's the mesh. You can see it, right? So I took that off because I couldn't get a daggone wrench on here because this stupid thing was in the way. So I just got mad. I was replacing this part anyway, so to hell with it, I broke the bolts off. And I'm not even worried about this stupid shield on the new one. I could care less. So here's some more rusted out bolts that was on the cover. And I just took a pry bar and smashed it with a hammer until this crap cut free. I think this piece is $35 at AutoZone. I'll just get a new heat shield for the manifold, and it'll look a lot better. It won't be so crusty. This one's getting, you know, it's getting ugly. It's got some cracks, and yeah, it's just junk steel. You can see there's a stud put in for the O2 sensor hanger. Presses in. That front converter was the most expensive of the bunch at $170 I paid for it. But of course the slowest shipping company in the United States is FedEx, and that's how they shipped it. So it's been over a week since I've touched anything. I tried looking at the part number. I didn't know, you know, this thing even had another catalytic converter. I thought this was all part of the exhaust manifold. Live and learn. But I did get the part, and it is doable. It's just very, very hard. I know I babble a whole bunch. And if it wasn't for this sucker here, this is the Harbor Freight half-inch impact gun called the Earthquake. It's a 700 foot-pounds. And important safety tip, as I said before, don't squeeze the trigger all the way. Just squeeze it a little bit or you'll end up with one of these. Barely squeezing it, kind of pulled these off. Didn't break the studs. I don't know if it even came close. I don't even care anymore.